Okay, welcome everyone. It is 6:30 and we are going to call to order the January board meeting of the Thurston Conservation District Board Supervisors. For the record, at this point, we have all 5 of the supervisors here with us tonight. We have our executive director, Sarah Moorhead, and we have legal counsel Ben Cushman from Deschutes Law Group. So welcome everybody. Just finished a great work session and now we're moving into the board meeting. First item up here is the agenda review. Are there any changes to the agenda from board or staff? If not, I will entertain a motion on our agenda.
I move to accept the agenda as it's written.
Okay, moved by Betsy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by David. Okay, so we'll take a roll call vote on the agenda. Betsy,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Doug,
Aye.
Helen,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. We've passed our agenda. Next item up here is the consent agenda. We have 4 items on consent tonight. We have the December 20th, 2022 work session and meeting minutes, which we reviewed at our work session earlier this evening. We have our 2023, January 2023 and 2022 year-end financial report. We have grant for Sustainable Farms and Field Program, the no-till grant addendum. And then we have the lease extension that will get us through this fiscal year at our current facility with owned by Thurston County. So those are on consent tonight, and I'll need a motion on the consent agenda.
I'll move approval of the consent agenda.
It's been moved by Doug. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Helen. Vote on consent. Doug?
Aye.
Helen?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
Betsy?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We have approved the consent agenda. This moves us to public comment. This is a point at which any member of the public can address the board for up to 3 minutes on an issue of interest to them in the district. I don't see anyone from the public here with us tonight, but I will stop here and ask if there anyone here who wishes to make public comment. Going once, going twice. Okay, there is no public comment, so I will close the public comment period and move on to item 5, our partner reports. First up here is NRCS. I don't think we have anyone from NRCS. Is there any written report or anything to report from them, Sarah?
No, there is still not been someone hired for our local field office. If you'll remember, Rebecca is now the urban ag position for the state, who will be housed in Olympia. So as far as I know, we're still in the process of securing a new human in that position.
Okay, thank you. That moves us to Department of Ecology. We do have a representative from Department of Ecology. Welcome. Why don't you tell us all about what's happening on the DOE front?
Thanks, TJ. I hope you all can hear me.
Just fine.
Great. So just a quick update on a specific property. It came in as an ERTS complaint first in 2020 on Dry Creek draining to the Chehalis. My coworker Hanako is working with Marguerite to address water quality concerns at that property. It's an all hands on deck situation that is progressing slowly. And it's going more smoothly than it would otherwise if the district was not involved. So we are feeling some appreciation for our partnership in that regard. Other than that, I have nothing at this time. I believe I mentioned Travis Casey had been brought on board last month. So that's all I have for you, but I'm happy to take questions.
Okay, any questions from the board? All right. No questions. Thank you for being here. Well, you're always welcome to stay, or you're also welcome to go on with your evening if you choose not to.
Thank you, JJ.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Yep. Okay, State Conservation Commission is next here. We don't have Jean with us tonight, so we'll pass that and move to WACD and NACD updates with Doug.
I'll mix these two together. You've heard part of what's going on. The WACD Ledge Day is February 8th, and I'd urge you all to sign up or call or get involved some way. The NACD annual meeting is February 11th through the 15th in New Orleans. Sarah's going to go. I'm going to go, as are 23 other people from Washington State. I've gone to these for a long time, and I can't remember this many people going. Usually it's 2 or 3, so this is really a big contingent from Washington. Washington had 3 resolutions going to NACD for putting pressure on agencies and Congress to do certain things. Most had to do with streamlining NRCS and FSA processes. And the tack I take is they're due at the end of the year, December 31st. I send them in way early and talk with the NACD policy staff to make sure everything's kosher and they understand exactly what we're doing and get their input. They accepted all of them. And then they go to the resolutions committee, which is an NACD standing committee. They had some edits. I looked over the edits and I didn't see any substantive changes. They were just editing edits, just clarifications. I thought they were just fine. They did break one of them into 2 resolutions rather than 1, and I didn't see a problem with that either. So I'll have, I think, 7 resolutions to defend when I go back to DC in February. And that's it.
Any questions for Doug? Doug and Sarah, I would just offer that New Orleans is one of my favorite cities anywhere. And I also love food. So I know a fair amount about good food in New Orleans. So if y'all are interested, let me know. I'd be happy to pass on some of my favorite restaurant recommendations.
Yes, I would appreciate it. I've been there probably 10 times and I agree. I just love the food. I love the architecture and the multiculturalism. It's just
And the
really
music,
neat.
lots of music. Yeah,
Jackson's
I'll shoot you an email with some recommendations.
That'd be great. I did, last time I was there, I went to the concierge guy and said, okay, where do the real people eat here? And he said, you know, just go around the corner to Daisy Duke's. And I think, Daisy Duke's, you gotta be kidding. So I took his advice though, and it wasn't anywhere near like what I was expecting. It was just a good, like a mom and pop hole in the wall place. Great food. I think I ate there 3 of the 6 nights. It was really
Nice.
good. I love it.
We look forward to hearing about your culinary adventures and what happens at the conference too.
Oh, there's a conference. Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
All right, thanks, Doug. Let's move on to item 6 here. We have a resolution before us here, 2023-01. This is the cost of living adjustment for our staff. And I think this is consistent with what we have in our collective bargaining agreement. The only difference here is that collective bargaining agreement only applies to our represented staff, and this resolution would extend the same, I think it's 3.5% cost of living adjustment to all of our staff. We've got a copy of this in our packet, so I would ask, unless Sarah, unless you have anything else to add to that, we would take a motion on this resolution.
I move to adopt the resolution number 2023-01.
Okay, moved by Betsy. Is there a
Very
second?
appropriate that it's the first one of the year.
I'll second.
Okay, seconded by David. We'll take a vote then. Betsy,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Helen,
Aye.
Doug,
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We have passed the COLA for our employees.
Can I make an observation on that? Can you
Yes.
go back to the screen,
Yeah.
Sarah? Just a clarification, the bold part where it starts effective January 1st, 2023. All staff position salaries will be adjusted by 3.5%. I would think we should say it will be adjusted upward by 3.5%. I mean, we say it up above increase, but that just seems a little more clear to me.
Well, if we do that, we're going to need a new motion because we adopted this with the language as it was.
Let's forget it then.
Okay, you okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay. All right then. But it's a good point that we did make it retroactive. I should have said that at the beginning. It's retroactive to the first of the month. Because this is our first chance to take that action this year. Okay, then that moves us into governance. Item A here is a letter on the Farm Protection and Land Access Program. The letter's in our packet. Can we get that up on the screen here, Sarah?
It is coming. There we go.
Okay, so hopefully you all had a chance to see this. This came to me through the American Farmland Trust. They asked whether or not I, as an individual, was willing to sign on to this as a farm owner, and I did. Then we were also asked whether TCD would be willing to sign this letter encouraging money in the capital budget to continue this program. I saw no reason that we would not want to do this. And I also asked Sarah if there were any red flags or any concerns there. I didn't hear about any from Sarah. So my recommendation would be that we sign on to this. And in so doing, we will become the first conservation district in the state of Washington to stand up for funding for this program. So are there questions or comments on this?
I'd make a motion that we go on with this and send the letter.
I
Okay,
second it.
and just to clarify, it's not sending a letter, it's signing on to this letter, which is sort of being
Yeah.
managed by Farmland Trust.
Yeah,
So I heard Doug move to sign on and Betsy to second. So we'll take a vote on that then. Doug,
aye,
Betsy,
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Helen,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. So it has passed. Thank you very much. I'll let the Farmland Trust know tomorrow that they can add our name to this, and I'll go ahead and sign it as chair, consistent with the format that they're using in the letter. Thank you
sounds
all.
good. Just a point of information, John Larson, who's the president of American Farmland Trust back in DC, is a former WACD executive director and former Moses Lake Conservation District manager.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. That's great.
We used to share an office with them.
The world is a small place. Okay, thank you. That then moves us to the last item under governance here before our executive session, which is the topic list and agenda for February. If we can take a look at that draft.
Oops, I pulled up the wrong document, sorry.
Just while she's doing that, a point of information on the office, it looks pretty much the same, except kind of cleaner and more organized than it did when we used to have meetings here.
Okay, there we go. We've got our topic list here. It looks a lot like tonight's topic list, basically, with the addition there of to be determined staff review or staff presentation, and then a real estate update as well. So any questions or, oh, there we go. Marguerite, no longer to be determined.
Should
Thank
Go
you
ahead,
for
Betsy.
we add something regarding what Doug and I might talk about?
Yes, thank you. Let's put that on. Chehalis Basin Action Strategy or something.
Sure.
Yeah, Yeah, put some, yeah, thanks.
There we go,
Appreciate it.
forestry,
Help me
great,
Remember what we're talking about.
great. Okay, anything else to add to this topic list? For now? Nope, okay. How about on to the draft board agenda?
Excuse me, TJ, what date is our meeting on February?
I believe it's the
20th?
28th, right? The last day of,
That's right.
Yeah, we
last
might,
day of February.
might want to put an update from Sarah and I on the NACD meeting.
Yeah, we do have that update on the board meeting. Would you rather do it there or in the work session?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, it's already on our partner reports on the board meeting, so let's go ahead and do it there. And I think that's good too, because we will be recording that, and since we are using district expenses to send at least one of you there, it's probably good to put that on the record.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so then we have the agenda, the draft agenda here in front of us. Very standard stuff from what I see here. Any questions, comments on this draft agenda? Not hearing anything, so it looks like we'll go with that for now, with lots of opportunity to change that over the next month. All right,
Sarah,
Then-
can you dig down on the NACD part?
Okay.
okay. So here we are back to tonight's meeting, and we have one more item before us tonight. We have an executive session scheduled to discuss potential litigation. This is allowed under RCW 423110. We will have this, it'll be a very short, probably not more than 5 minutes. All the members of the board, our executive director, and our legal counsel will participate in this executive session. We will receive an update and we will take no action, and then we will come back, report back from that, and adjourn our board meeting. So with that, as soon as we see the ability to go into a breakout room, it is 6:47. We will move into breakout, and we expect to be back here 6:53. Let's say 6:53 p.m.
I don't think anyone else is in the building.
All right, you should see an opportunity to move to the breakout room.
Unmute. Okay, we have returned from an executive session discussing potential litigation. We were briefed by our counsel and executive director and reviewed a document. No decision was taken in that executive session. But we are in the position now to take a board action coming out of that executive session, now that we're back in a public meeting here. And so I would ask if we have.
Uh-oh. Well, Helen, would you like to support us through this while?
He would ask if we have, I don't know what he was gonna say. Consensus?
Now, a motion to
Motion?
approve the proposed release and settlement agreement to resolve the Leah Kellogg union grievance.
I so move.
Okay,
I second.
moved by
Go ahead.
Betsy and seconded by David. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead. I'll wait just a second more here, but yeah, okay, we'll just move ahead. So how do you vote, Betsy?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
Doug?
Aye.
And I vote, oh, there he is. Well, how do you vote, TJ?
You're on mute, TJ.
I have no idea what happened. My screen just went
Okay,
blank and I
well,
had to come back into the meeting here.
We just had the motion,
Okay,
so we're
Uh,
voting.
okay, so who
So
made
we
the
can
motion?
repeat the motion for you to vote.
Yes, please. So who made the motion? Betsy
Betsy
made the
did.
motion and it was seconded
David
by,
seconded.
David, and
And the motion is to approve the proposed release and settlement to resolve the Leah Kellogg union grievance.
thank you.
Okay, and we
All
had, so we're through Betsy, David, and Doug, and so it's your turn to vote. TJ?
I vote yes.
And I vote yes as well. So that.
Thank you for being a speedy and competent vice chair.
Well, not at all. Thanks, Ben.
No idea what happened to my computer there. Okay, so with that action, we've completed what we need to complete for this evening. So the only other thing left is a motion to adjourn our meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Moved by David,
Second it.
seconded by Betsy. Vote on adjournment. David,
Aye.
Betsy,
Aye.
Doug,
Aye, 33
Hel-
minutes.
Helen.
Aye.
Okay, chair votes aye. We are adjourned. It could have been 31 if my computer hadn't glitched. So
Don't forget to
Oh,
bring
well.
your place settings